In 1985, workers watched as their director told them to destroy 76 refrigerators. Each one cost as much as 2 years' salary. The factory was struggling, with over 1.4 million yuan in debt, and many complaints about poor products. Every refrigerator was important. Why would a leader choose destruction over profit, especially when the company could barely pay its workers? It was a choice made when the company was close to failing. Here's how one act signaled a radical new era for Haier. In 1985, workers at the Qingdao daily appliance plant saw 76 new refrigerators lined up outside. Customers had returned them because of defects. Each one cost about 2 years of a worker's pay. Most factories would have fixed or resold them, especially with over 1.4 million yuan in debt. Instead, Zhang Ruimin, the new director, called the workers together and gave them sledgehammers. When some hesitated, Zhang took the first swing himself. All the refrigerators were destroyed. This was difficult for the workers to understand. The factory had many problems. Money was tight, products weren't trusted, and people felt no hope for the future. Destroying goods that could be sold seemed strange. Zhang explained that to save the company, they had to change completely. He told the workers, if we send these out, we'll lose our reputation before we even start. The issue wasn't just the damaged products, it was about what the company wanted to become. After this, it was clear that Haier would not accept poor work. People soon heard about what happened. In those days, most factories in China focused on making as many products as possible, even if some had problems. Zhang's way was different, but breaking the old habit would be the hardest part. Later that year, Zhang formed a partnership with Germany's Liber Group, a well-known refrigerator maker. This brought new equipment and a new way of thinking. The factory followed German quality standards. The company also changed its name to Haier, using part of Liber. These steps started a new chapter. After 3 years, the results showed. By 1988, Haier refrigerators won a national gold medal for quality. Workers saw that focusing on quality changed things for the better. The brand gained trust. In 1992, Haier earned ISO 9001 certification, showing its products met international standards. This helped Haier compete in China and other countries. Destroying those refrigerators was just the beginning. Steady effort made these changes real. Haier chose a different direction from most Chinese manufacturers at the time. The company called this the difficult first strategy. Instead of getting strong at home before looking abroad, Haier went straight for the most difficult markets, the United States and Europe. Haier's leader believed if the company could do well in places with the highest standards, it would build a strong reputation. In the 1990s, while many Chinese appliance makers focused on low prices and selling more units, Haier looked for an opportunity in the US market. Rather than competing directly with large companies like Whirlpool or GE, Haier picked a market with less competition, mini refrigerators and wine coolers. These were often used in hotels, dorms, and small apartments. By focusing on this area, Haier avoided direct fights with bigger brands. In April 1999, Haier started its first factory in the United States, in Camden, South Carolina. This was the first time a Chinese appliance company built a plant in America. Haier also opened a design center in Los Angeles and a marketing office in New York. Making products in the US let Haier use Made in USA labels, which helped reassure customers about quality. This plan, design, build, and sell locally, made it easier to adjust to customer needs and tastes. Europe brought its own challenges. There, Haier used both its own name and the brand Candy to reach more people. Haier focused on making products that fit local preferences, such as smart appliances and models with special features. Instead of selling only on price, Haier aimed to be known for reliable, high-quality products. Success in these markets wasn't easy. Retailers were unsure about a new company from China. Many customers had doubts about unfamiliar brands. Haier worked hard on quality control and earned local certifications. Competing in these tough places pushed the company to improve. Factories were upgraded, design teams worked on new ideas, and everyone aimed for higher standards. By 2009, Haier had become the 4th largest refrigerator maker in the world by sales. The brand began to earn trust for quality, and was no longer seen as just cheap. Haier had become a real global competitor. Haier's global plan moved forward as it began buying well-known brands in different countries. These deals gave Haier not just more market share, but also new skills, technology, and local knowledge. In 2011, Haier bought Sanyo Electric's appliance business in Japan and Southeast Asia for $128 million. This gave Haier a step into markets with many strong local brands. In Japan, Sanyo's division helped Haier join existing supply chains and stores, and provided chances to share technology. Haier kept Sanyo's local teams and brand, which became a main part of how Haier handles acquisitions. In 2012, Haier bought a controlling share in Fisher and Paykel, a company in New Zealand known for smart engineering and its double-drum washing machines. Fisher and Paykel had deep experience in design, while Haier offered a global network and big factories. Haier didn't change the company's leaders or brands, so employees and customers saw little disruption. This let Haier use Fisher and Paykel's technology across its other products, especially higher-end models, while keeping the New Zealand company's good name. Haier's largest deal was in 2016, when it bought GE Appliances from General Electric for $5.6 billion. This deal gave Haier about 20% of the US appliance market and a bigger role in North America. Haier also agreed to work with GE in areas like industrial technology and healthcare. The GE team brought experience, US plants, and a well-known brand. Haier left the GE Appliances management team in place and invested more in its US staff. Keeping local teams and brands is key to how Haier grows. Haier didn't force new rules on the companies it bought. Instead, it shared technology, learned from local ways of working, and built on each company's strong points. Fisher and Paykel's washing machines were added to Haier's lineup, and GE Appliances' production skills improved Haier's other factories. By learning from its new companies, Haier avoided common problems and big takeovers. These deals came with costs. The GE Appliance deal depended mostly on loans, which pushed Haier's debt over 70% of its assets. This led to lower credit ratings in 2017, as some part of the business didn't reach profit targets and debt payments rose. These problems showed global growth is never simple or easy. Haier's leaders saw these as necessary risks to become a true global brand. The results soon showed. With these new brands, people everywhere saw Haier products. Haier's respect for each brand's name and skills set it apart in the industry. Haier's global growth has led to problems that tested how the company responds. Issues with product safety, patent disputes, and workplace conditions have all forced changes. In May 2025, Haier and its brands Candy and Hoover recalled some heat pump tumble dryers due to a fire risk. Internal short circuits made them unsafe to use. The company told owners to stop using the dryers and set up repairs. Haier made a public statement and started a safety program. This wasn't the first recall. Other products like dehumidifiers and refrigerators had faced issues too. The 2025 recall was large and put pressure on Haier to show it could manage product safety. Haier then tightened quality checks and worked to improve communication with customers and regulators. Legal problems have also affected Haier. Since 2017, Haier has been involved in a patent dispute in Germany, centered on how it handles technology licenses. Court said Haier didn't engage fairly. The company has since tried to reach solutions through talks and clear licensing. Labor relations brought new tests. After buying GE Appliances, Haier faced different work environments. In 2024, a deadly accident at a US factory led to an official investigation and safety rule violations. Haier reviewed and improved its safety practices and added more worker training. The goal was to protect both employees and the company's reputation. Unionization at GE Appliances also brought changes. Workers formed a union to raise concerns about fairness and job security. Haier, with little experience with unions, had to adjust. This meant more open talks and new approaches to working with employees. Keeping local leadership after buying new companies sometimes caused gaps in communication. Differences in rules, work styles, and decision-making made it hard to operate smoothly worldwide. Haier began to revise its management systems and encouraged more teamwork across regions. But this work is ongoing. Haier's rise in smart living is shown by being the only IoT ecosystem brand in Kantar's BrandZ Top 100 for 7 years in a row. This shows Haier's focus on linked solutions, not just single products. Over the last 10 years, Haier has shifted from making appliances to building digital systems that make daily life easier. 2 main platforms support this plan: the Han app and Cosmoplot. In Europe, the Han app connects over 70% of Haier's products on one AI platform. Users can control appliances, get maintenance alerts, and see ways to save energy. The app uses small data based on each user to adjust settings and routines. For example, air conditioners can track where a user is, and refrigerators can manage food and suggest recipes. This gives a personal and simple experience. Cosmoplot is designed for industry. It helps companies with digital processes, from making appliances to running factories. Cosmoplot allows businesses to create products in new ways and work together. Haier's scenario-based approach designs solutions for real-life use, not just selling products by themselves. For example, the Kitchen Butler in the US combines a small oven, a fridge that tracks food, and a health app to help with meals and nutrition. Haier is also active in health through the Insayer ecosystem. Insayer has 3 areas: tumor care, family health, and public health. In April 2025, Haier Biomedical started using AI in life science. Projects include AI for managing biological samples. These steps show Haier using its technology outside home products. Haier stands out by using local personal data, not just big data from many users. This lets Haier meet different needs in different places. Haier competes with major players like Amazon, Samsung, and Xiaomi in the smart home and IoT market. CEO Zhang Ruimin's vision that products will be replaced by scenarios guides the company's strategy. Haier's future success hinges on delivering personalized, practical digital experiences to global users.